Hi guys, Tom Dawson for Android Headlines here. I'm just going to give you a quick look at the Sony Xperia Z. This is not going to be anything too in-depth because you can find the full written review on AndroidHeadlines.com down in the description. So let's just take a look at the device. Running around the hardware, we can see that it's a 5-inch display size. It's a very thin device. It's glass on the front and glass on the back, so obviously it's very glossy, very reflective, which also means that it's a fantastic fingerprint magnet, which might annoy some people. It's not too bad. I mean, you can obviously wash it off with water whenever you like. Hardware button-wise, there's a volume rocker here, which works quite nicely. They're very clicky. Other than that, the only other button is in fact the power button, which Sony have been tooting for a long time. It's milled out of aluminium. They're quite proud of this. It's a nice button. I mean, overall, it's a button. But it protrudes nicely out. It's very easy to find with your thumb, especially when you take it out of your pocket. Your thumb instantly goes there. It's very easy to press. It's very responsive. No problems there. And obviously, this is a waterproof phone, so if you're going to get into a situation with lots of water or something like that, this doesn't clog up. I've tested this a number of times. There's no clog. It still feels solid. It's easy to find. Overall, it's a nice power button. One thing that is somewhat annoying about the Xperia Z is that obviously it's a waterproof device and it's dust resistant as well, IP55 and IP57, which is nice. But obviously they've got to seal it somehow. So obviously it's glass sealed around here and there's a rubber seal all around hand here. But then there's flaps. There's flaps for everything. So there's a flap for your micro SD. There's a flap for your micro USB charger. There's even a flap at the top for the 3.5mm headphone jack, and of course around the side there's a flap for your SIM card. So of course that's a lot of flaps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 flaps. The problem with this is that I question sort of how strong they are. I mean, I've had this for a few weeks now and they've been fine, but a couple of them take quite a bit of force to sort of locate and put back into place properly so that they're flush. And obviously if you forget to put them back and you do get it wet, that could be the weakness. But overall, seals nicely. Nothing sort of feels flimsy. It feels well built. So I don't see any problems there. The 5-inch display is obviously one of the first mainstream devices after the Droid DNA to come with a 1920 by 1080p panel. It's nice overall. There are issues with viewing angles. Really aren't fantastic. I'm not sure how you can see this. Viewing angles aren't fantastic, and colours do tend to look a little bit washed out. Even though this has got the Sony's Mobile Bravia engine, blacks are never really black, and colours can sometimes look somewhat washed out. It's an okay screen, you get used to it. Everything is pin sharp though, everything is really nice and sharp. Text is great. Colours though, not so great. Performance wise, very quick. It's a quad core Snapdragon S4 Pro 1.5 GHz with 2 GB of RAM. Overall it keeps up well with even the HTC One. Games run smoothly, day-to-day tasks, no slowdowns, no stutter, no lag, no nothing. Overall, it's a great device. Sony's skin on top of things is really quite light, and there are some nice touches we can read about in the review. Overall, good device. The camera is somewhat disappointing, but again, you can read more of that in the review. Overall, good device from Sony. It's a shame it's not available more in the US, aside from being unlocked from Sony's mobile store. But yeah, it's a good device from Sony. Read the full review for more information. And that is the Sony Xperia Z.